Yo, what is going on, guys? This is your boy Canan, man. I'm really excited. This is my first tutorial here, and I got a really cool trick and delay trick for you guys, and I'm really excited. I've been wanting to share this with you guys for a long time, and not many people use it. Not many of my friends even know about it, and I'm finally going to share it with you guys. It's something that I learned, and I use it all the time, and it works great. What we're going to be learning is we're going to be learning how to sidechain delay. Okay, and I know some of you guys are probably like, well, what is sidechain? I don't know what that is. Well, quickly, what sidechaining is sidechain uses the signal level of another input to control the compression level of the original signal. And I'm going to talk more about what that is. Basically, what it does is sidechain is going to be using an original signal to, how do I say it, to affect another signal. So one signal is going to tell another signal what to do to another signal, if that makes sense. It might not make sense now, but we're going to get into it, and you're going to see exactly what we're going to do. So I have a track here that I did with a friend of mine. His name's Sean Lett. He's really dope. Fucking probably one of the best rap artists I know. And that I work with personally. So this is a track by him called The Flip, and we're going to just get right into it. All I have right now, this is the track that we're going to use, just this quick segment. And all it has right now is it just has these general effects chain here. I just got a waves tune, channel EQ, compressor, de-esser, a gate, and a deep breath plugin. Okay, and the only thing I have one send going out to a reverb, just to make it sit in the mix a little better. Excuse me. And that's about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use another send to get to put a delay on it, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'll play the track real quick so you can hear what the vocals sound like as is over the beat, and then we'll do it a cappella.
Money got me here, niggas held me back. One look at my watch, ain't no time for that. Get it food to business with my profit at. Black out in the booth where my conscience at. Me against the world, ain't no stopping that. Let it slide, then I caught me a drop for that. Stash the money right there where my socks is at. Too much to fold, brand new shoebox for that.
All right, cool. So that's the vocal with just reverb. It's EQ'd and stuff like that. So what we want to do is we want to add a delay on there, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go down to bus here. We're going to choose a new bus. I'll just choose an empty one, any of these empty ones. We'll just go to bus 4. And the two plugins we're going to be using today, one is going to be the H delay by Waves. So that's this one here. All right. So this is your H delay, and this is what we're going to be working with. I know for sure to the left here, the big knob here is going to control what type of delay you want to use, like a quarter note, eighth note, 16th note, what have you. And then the other knob is the feedback, how long we want the delay to go on for. And those are those two knobs. So what we're going to do is, excuse me there. What I know for sure is that I want to use a quarter note delay here. Okay. So we're just going to use it like that. Set that there, and I know I'm going to drop the feedback down to about 45 or 50. I'll just keep it at 45. The H delay the H delay sounds great, man. It's one of my favorite delays. And what we're going to do is what I really like is it gives you this high pass and low pass filter. I'm just going to turn the low pass up because I know I want it to be a little bit more dull and a little thicker and warmer sounding, and not as clear as the main vocals, for sure. That's a big thing for me. Okay, I'm just going to turn this analog off or on 1. Probably just leave it on 1. So yeah, so that's a general setup. That's a quick setup for me. That's what I like. It's just real simple, real clean. We'll just X that out. And what I'm going to do is for sends, you can use this knob to turn up and down. Or what I like to better understanding of this is we can turn this up to use more of the delay, or we can turn it down to use less of the delay. That's the great thing with sends, is to use it for effects, and you can choose to use more or less of them. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to turn this up a little bit so I can hear the delay. I'll probably turn it up a little bit more than usual just to dramatize the effects so we can really understand what's going on. So this is the track I'm going to play right now. I'm going to do it a cappella. This is the vocal with just with the reverb and delay.
Money got me here, niggas held me back. One look at my watch, ain't no time for that. Getting fools to business with my profit at. Blackout in the booth where my conscience at. Me against the...
All right, so you can hear the delay is definitely on there. Now, one thing is we want to control that delay a little bit more. So how do we do that? Well, we can use a compressor to sidechain the delay with the original signal, which is the actual vocals there. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And so we're going to use another plugin by Waves, and it's called the C1 Compressor. If you don't have these plugins, don't worry about it. I'm going to put a description or a link in the description where you can go find these, where you can go to the actual Waves website and you can purchase each of these plugins by themselves individually. And I highly recommend it because they work amazing and the sound is just, it's great. And I definitely prefer these over the native plugins any day. So now the great thing about the C1 compressor is, and I've used the C1 compressor and a lot of these plugins on different DAWs, such as like Pro Tools and things like that. Now, the great thing about this plugin specifically in Logic is it gives you this drop down box right here to choose the sidechain, to choose which where you want to sidechain to, and I think that is great, and it's so easy. When I have to do this in Pro Tools, there's like a few other steps you got to do with your sends and buses and compression and whatnot. So this is great here to have this drop down box. So we already know that we used it on bus 4, as you can see here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go back over here and choose bus 4. That's where we want to sidechain. We want to sidechain with the delay that's on bus 4. Okay, now the only settings that you're going to be adjusting here, or that's crucial to adjust to make this work, is you're going to play around with the ratio and the threshold here. Okay, those are the only two you really need to, and then when you start learning it more, you can play around with the attack and the release. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll bump the ratio up pretty high, because we want it to really work. We want to kind of crush the delay when the vocals are running. So I'll just turn this up here. I'll turn it up to about 10 something. Like, that's probably pretty cool. Now the threshold, it's really simple. The threshold is exactly what it means. Is we're going to tell it when to start working and when to not work. Okay, so we're going to see this meter on the right here. This is going to be the actual dry signal coming up, and the left side of the meter is going to be, it's going to show the actual reduction of the delay. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it just like this. I'm not going to touch it anymore. And what we're going to do is we're just going to play the vocal as is, and we're going to see the meters start working. Here we go.
Money got me here, niggas held me back. One look at my watch, ain't no time for that. Getting fools to business with my profit at. Blackout in the booth where my conscience at. Me against the world, ain't no stopping that.
So it's working already. What I'll do is I'll turn it off real quick, and you can hear what it sounds like without the compressor.
Money got me here, niggas held me back. One look at my watch, ain't no time for that.
Here, let me do this. Let me just bump this thing all the way up so you can really hear what's going on.
Money got me here, niggas held me back. One look at my watch, ain't no time for that. Getting fools.
That's it's pretty muddy, right? It's actually really muddy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this back on. You can hear what the sidechain compression does to the delay. Here we go.
Money got me here, niggas held me back. One look at my watch, ain't no time for that. Getting fools to business with my profit at. Blackout in the booth where my conscience at. Me against the world, ain't no stopping that. Let it slide, then I caught me a drop for that. Stash the money right there.
So already you can see it's a huge difference. It's amazing. I know. And it's really fucking dope, man. And this type of technique is more of a professional approach to using delay and to have more control over it. So again, that's basically it. We use two plugins, the C1 compressor and the H delay, to sidechain with the original vocal, to compress the delay, to use it how we like. And what I would do is I would play around with these settings, and I would adjust this up or down to specify how much of the that auxiliary channel I wanted to use. So I'll go ahead and do that right now, and that's basically the end of the tutorial. And I hope you guys like it, man. I hope you could take it and use it and do dope ass shit with it. And that's basically it, man. If you guys liked the video, please, throw a thumbs up, throw a like down there, and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a lot more of these. And if you have any questions or any comments, please drop them in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to everyone I can. And that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.
Money got me here, niggas held me back. One look at my watch, ain't no time for that. Getting fools to business with my profit at. Black out in the booth where my conscience at. Me against the world, ain't no stopping that. Let it slide, then I caught me a drop for that. Stash the money right there where my socks is at. Too much to fold, brand new shoe box for that. And we been getting money from the fucking ground up. Nobody missing from the table when we count up. Add another bag, yeah, let's cook the